don't want to have you use our air to say this.
You are wrong when you say that this issue has been studied. It has been studied, and you're rolling your eyes, Dana. But
I am, because
I
see my job as telling the truth, and the truth is that there is study after study after study. It's one of the most studied things out there in science.
You're repeating
and it is
like a parrot. You're repeating
so are you.
it like a parrot. I actually read the science.
You don't want to
come back here and debate the science.
I'm not debating this with you.
Of course you won't.
No, because I'm not
all
debating.
All you know how to do is repeat things that people told you and say, trust the experts. That's what you did during COVID. Now we know that Anthony Fauci, who was the expert, was lying about everything, about masks, about social distancing, about natural immunity, about the transmission from the vaccine, about the source of COVID. He was lying, and you were punishing people for not trusting the experts. And now you're rolling out the experts again.
Yes.
To talk about something that you have no personal knowledge of.
Okay, well, guess what? That is my job, to talk to people.
Your job is to
Am I
tell the
allowed to
truth
talk?
to the American
Yes,
public.
yes. And my job is to get as much information as I can. And still, with regard to these vaccines, is getting the best information, the best science that.
Did you say probing the link?
I'm just quoting the Wall Street Journal, that the president wants you to go further to probe the link between autism and vaccines.
He certainly does.
Okay. Now, have you talked to him about medical research that have studied this for 25 years and found no link between autism and vaccines? And this is my question here, because I don't want to litigate that. My question is, why not, because you are HHS secretary now, why not study what could cause autism, which scientists do believe starts with fetal brain development? Why not do some studies on that, whether you're an environmental lawyer, whether there are environmental factors that go into contributing to a predisposed genetic situation?
Well, let me say this first. You are wrong when you say that this issue has been studied. It has been studied, and you're rolling your eyes, Dana. But
I am, because I don't want to have you use our air to say this.
RFK Jr. is the best. His vaccine guidance. RFK Jr. publicly advised parents to vaccinate their children against measles amid rising national outbreaks, calling the vaccine 97% effective. Now, amidst COVID-19 and media backlash, he criticized pandemic coverage, accusing media outlets of press malpractice and supporting censorship of dismantling public health views. RFK also had a little issue, or a tense exchange anyway, with Dana Bash, and this is what we're talking about today. When he was challenged by Dana Bash on the contributing to the vaccine hesitancy, Kennedy claimed she was flustered. Bash countered that her frustration stemmed from the HHS secretary undermining vaccination trust. The bottom line is he's linking Tylenol to autism, and that's not going very well for them.
There have been more than 40 studies involving 5.6 million people to conclude there is no link between vaccines and autism. This is the head of the Committee of Infectious Diseases for the American Academy of Pediatrics.
And now let me tell you what the Institute of Medicine says, which is the National Academy of Science, which is the ultimate arbiter on vaccine safety, and which it does not have an interest in this debate. It says that none of the 8 vaccines that are administered during the first 6 months of life have ever been studied for relationship to autism. It found 2 studies, one on the DTP vaccine that showed that it does cause autism, and one on the hepatitis B vaccine that again suggests that it does cause autism. The Institute of Medicine dismissed those 2 studies because they were based on CDC's database. The studies that you're referring to are all from one vaccine, the MMR vaccine, or one ingredient, thimerosal.
So you are actually looking at, you're starting new studies to try to link autism, but you're also
I'm not trying to link autism to anything. I'm trying to find out, why is autism?
Are you also trying to find out how it interacts with people's DNA, what's predisposed to have an autistic child? Are you doing both?
Yeah, but it's because you're not a scientist. But
Well, you're not either.
Genes don't cause epidemics.
I understand. Genes,
They can provide
epidemics.
a vulnerability.
A
but
gene
you need
provides an
environmental.
environmental. That's what I'm asking. Are you studying the environment?
Your statement, you have been fooled. Your statement that this has been studied is not true. It's categorically
It is
not true.
considered.
Not for any of this stuff.
It is considered by every scientist who has studied this.
That is not true. I can
is
give you
true.
hundreds of scientists who have looked at this.
So on
and
the
say,
one
why
hand,
is
do you understand why
the
people aren't
National
getting?
Academy of Sciences. What greater authority
Do you
have
understand
than-
why people are not getting measles vaccines? Because we're hearing you say that it could
You're
cause
trying to
autism.
change the subject.
I'm not. It's very much
Yeah, you are.
related.
Show me one of the studies that's been done on the first 8, the vaccine during the first 6 months of life. You will not find them. The National Academy of Sciences.
So if
say
that's the
do not
case, then why are
exist.
you telling people to get
The
the measles
people,
vaccine?
because that is one of the vaccines that has been studied.
Okay.
It's the only one that has been studied.
Do you want people to get the MMR vaccine?
Yeah, I said that already.
Okay. So
I know you're flustered now, and it is.
I'm not flustered at all.
Because
I am
people have not
frustrated.
been honest.
the reason I'm frustrated is because you are the HHS secretary, and you are talking about things that lead to vaccine hesitancy in this country, and it is something that causes problems for people
Let me
when
ask
there
you-
is not anything.
Let me ask you something. Do you see your job as ending vaccine hesitancy, or do you see your job as telling the truth to the American people?
I see my job as telling the truth, and the truth is that there is study after study. It's one of the most studied things out there in science,
You're repeating
and it
it
is
like a parrot. You're repeating
so are
it
you.
like a parrot.
So are
I've
you.
actually read the science.
You-
Let's
you
and
don't
I
wanna-
come
you don't
back
wanna-
here and debate the
So
science.
I'm not debating this with you.
Of course you won't.
No, because I'm not
all you
debating
know how
also.
to do is repeat things that people told you and say, trust the experts. That's what you did during COVID. Now we know that Anthony Fauci, who was the expert, was lying about everything, about masks, about social distancing, about natural immunity, about the transmission from the vaccine, about the source of COVID. He was lying, and you were punishing people for not trusting the experts. And now you're rolling out the experts again
Yes.
to talk about something that you have no personal knowledge of.
Okay, well, guess what? That is my job, to talk to people.
Your job is to
Am I
tell the
allowed to
truth
talk?
to the American.
Yes, and my job
And
is
to
to
be-
get as
and
much
to-
information as I
And
can.
to maintain
And what we were doing,
a posture
what we were
of
doing,
fierce skepticism
what we
toward
were
government
doing
authority.
in COVID and still, with regard to these vaccines, is getting the best information, the best science that we can.